Echar sal. Lo echaron del trabajo. Te echo de menos. Échale ganas. Same verb, four completely different meanings. So, what does echar actually mean? Amigas y amigos, welcome back. This is Profe Juan, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why echar is one of the most flexible verbs in Spanish, the most common ways native speakers use it, and the idea that connects all these expressions. And as I always tell you, this is not about complicated grammar. This is how Spanish actually works, okay? And many learners memorize echar equals to throw. Sometimes that's true. But if that's all you know, you're going to be confused almost immediately because Spanish uses echar in dozens of everyday expressions. The good news, most of them are connected by one simple idea. Let me remind you first, some Spanish verbs have one very specific meaning. Others become incredibly flexible. Echar is one of those verbs, those flexible verbs. Instead of memorizing every expression separately, let's see what they have in common, okay? Vamos. And here's the big idea. Echar usually means to put, to send, to throw, or to make something go outward. That basic idea expands into many different expressions. Let's start with the most literal one. Let's zoom in to put, to add. Echa sal. Add some salt. You're not throwing salt across the room. You're putting it somewhere. Let me give you more examples. Échale azúcar al café. Add sugar to the coffee. Le echo agua a la planta. Like I pour water on the plant. Échale un vistazo. Take a look. In everyday Spanish, echar often means to add, to put, or to pour, not simply to throw. But now, let's make something go away. Attention, because lo echaron del trabajo, he got fired, literally. They threw him out of the job. Isn't it beautiful? I mean, not the scenario, but the example. Let me give you more examples. Me echaron de la escuela. They kicked me out of school. Lo echaron de la casa. They threw him out of the house. The basic idea is still there. Something or someone is being sent away. Now comes the expression that surprises almost every learner. Attention here, you want a focus here. Focus with me. Look at this. Te echo de menos. I miss you. Nothing is being thrown. Nothing is being added. So why echar? The answer is simple. This is an idiomatic expression. Spanish doesn't literally say, I miss you. It says, te echo de menos. Te echamos de menos, we miss you, voy a echarte de menos, I'm going to miss you, in different, scenarios, in the timeline it could move. You don't analyze this one. You learn it as a complete expression because it's an idiomatic expression, right? We have them, you have them. And here's another expression you'll hear constantly, especially in Latin America. Échale ganas. Give it your best. Keep trying. Put in the effort. It sounds strange, but the real meaning is give it everything you've got. This is an extremely common expression in Mexico and in many other countries. Hay que echarle ganas. We have to give it our all. And again, echar isn't being translated literally. It's part of a larger expression. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about why this verb is everywhere. Notice something here. Sometimes echar means to add. Sometimes to throw out. Sometimes to miss someone. Sometimes to give something your effort. At first, these meanings seem unrelated, but they all grew from the same general idea, moving, putting, or directing something outward. That's why echar became such a flexible verb. Let's identify the pattern. Echar sal, to add. Echar a alguien, to throw out. Echar de menos, to miss someone. échale ganas, give it your best. One verb, many expressions. Let's do a little recap together, okay? Echar is one of the most flexible verbs in Spanish. Sometimes it means to add, sometimes to throw out. Sometimes it's a simple part of an expression that every native speaker knows. The important thing isn't finding one English translation. It's learning how Spanish actually uses the verb, and that's the key. But now it's your turn. Write one sentence using the verb echar. Echar sal a la sopa, te echo de menos. Bueno, one sentence is more than enough. Read some of them and we'll interact right there, okay? Amigos, amigas, if this helped you understand one of Spanish most versatile verbs, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Ciao!